Welcome to your new podcast, Mums Interrupted, with your hosts, Lydia Faye
and Jade.
We'll be spilling the cold tea on motherhood and everything in between.
So join us, because let's be honest, motherhood isn't filtered and neither are we.
Hello, Jade. How are you?
Lydia, I am good. How are you?
Nice to see you. I'm good. I'm aching from the gym. It was leg day yesterday.
Go on,
day. New Year's resolution has gone into February officially. So I think I'm past the bit of whether it's going to fail or not. But no, I'm absolutely loving it.
Is it 6 weeks for it to become a habit? Did you know that?
No idea.
Or something?
No idea. I'm just really, really hungry today. And what I'm asking ChatGTP now is completely different to what I used to. Literally, the last thing I asked it was, why do I feel so hungry after leg day? That was the last thing I asked it. And it's like saying, your muscle tissue's all ripped. You need to just keep eating. And I'm like, okay then. So I've had 2 lunches.
Can I tell you one of my favourite protein recipes at the moment? Now, I know you're on like this whole like protein micro, macro, whatever you call it, journey. Now, I'm not there, but I've been having this protein mix. It's an the Nutritionist one. You can have it, I've been having it on sweet potato. You can have it in a wrap, pita.
How many grams are in it?
See, I don't know, but I think it'll be good. Let me tell you, chicken chopped up.
Yeah. How many breasts?
Well, I've done maybe enough for 2 portions, and I think I've got 3 or 4 thighs in there.
Okay.
But normally it might be like 1 breast. You'd have to look at a recipe.
So anyway, 20 grams roughly.
Then I'm doing 1 bell pepper, a bit of onion, all diced thinly. Today I use spring onion, a little bit of smoked cheddar, and tomatoes with the pips out. So just the skin of the tomatoes, you know, so then it keeps.
Mm-hmm.
The sauce is a Greek yogurt. I've got jalapenos chopped in there and some jalapeno pickle
How much
juice.
Greek yogurt?
Like a couple of tablespoons, depending on how big your mixture is.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm not doing protein. I'm
adding it up. I'm adding it up. I'm adding it up for you.
And then a little bit of honey as well, and then salt when you're serving. So I've been having that on a sweet potato, jacket potato for lunch before my run day.
Oh, nice.
Or because I feel like that fills me up, but also
Slow
sustains
release.
me for my running this evening. But then you can have it either like in a wrap, in a pita,
on some
it's
rye
just
bread.
like a good protein filling. Tasty.
That's probably about 30 grams of protein there, so that's a good meal. I try and hit about 50. So no, a meal.
Oh.
Yeah, a meal. So you want to? I'm aiming for about 120 a day in protein.
So give me your protein lunch.
So I had 2 eggs on some rye bread. And then I had some chicken. It was actually like a maked meal, which had 30 grams in. So that was 50 grams. So I had basically two meals really to get the 50 up.
Wow,
and then I'll have some sardines probably as a snack, which is another 30 grams just in there for fun. I know.
What, the ones on the ones?
Got to be very careful. You need
sauce.
to get them in olive oil. Don't get them in sunflower oil because you don't want to be eating seed oils because you get them in all the cheaper shops. But yeah, the ones in tomatoes nice. There's a few different types of flavours in NS, but I usually just get the olive oil, which is nice. Honestly, a few years ago when I first started weight training before I was pregnant with Nyla, through gritted teeth, I got a PT because my confidence was really low in the gym. And I would go into the gym with all the confidence in the world. I'd feel like it was a really big space. And over a few weeks, the gym would just close in on me in the sense of the equipment that I would use. I would go in and get quite narrow-minded in the equipment. I'd do the stepper, I'd do a little bit, and then I wouldn't go on to another machine. And I slowly felt like it was coming in. And I got a PT and I think I only had 5 or 6 sessions with him. I used to record what he was doing when he would show me something new, and he just kept my confidence up. It's amazing how you remember how to use the equipment and stuff, and my confidence has come back. And it's funny because when I was training before, I really was expecting to see results sooner, and it's a bit of a letdown. You know, you get to like month 3 and you're just like, my God, I'm working my ass off and I'm not really seeing an ass. And then I've now realised going back into it, I probably wasn't increasing my weights the way I should have been. And sometimes I know this is really boring, but for a woman, you know, I could go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, which obviously that's extreme, but I could do legs like 2 or 3 times a week. And I'd be like, why does everybody just do leg day? I never really got it. And now I get it. because I wasn't doing the weights properly. I was doing the
Yeah.
machine, but I wasn't loading it. Do you know what I mean? And now, can't frigging walk today. I'm having to take a day off because I did it properly.
Are
I
you
know it
doing one of
sounds,
those when you sit down to go for a wee and it's like, ugh, like one of
yeah,
those?
I can do about 80 kg on that now.
Yeah.
And just before Christmas, I was only doing 40. So it goes quick if you're on it with the diet as well, which I'm doing. But no, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm doing it. I'm just going for it this time rather than like constantly looking in the mirror thinking, oh, do I look like I'm a bit more
Yeah.
toned? I'm just frigging hammering it and I don't even bother. And I'll look in the mirror in like May and be like, yeah, boy. So yeah,
Can't wait.
that's me. That's me at the minute. And so any spare time I've got, I'm down the gym trying to get fit and get strong. As you get older, like as a woman, you lose your muscle mass. So you've got to keep on it with the protein, whether you're
It's
working
funny
out
though,
or
I
not.
think with kids, you are, because you hold them so much, I think you don't realise your own strength.
It's true.
And I know that, like, people say, oh, Daphne's so heavy, but I'm so used to holding
me
her.
too.
Don't get me wrong, she is heavy, but you like naturally progress that strength. And I
Yeah.
think actually, I have since becoming a mum, I've probably got more upper body strength than I ever had.
Definitely. And you know what? When you've not been to the gym for ages and you've brought children up, you don't realise what a great base you've got if you actually decide to go in the gym because you're already fit from mumming. It's
Yeah,
like
you're just like a workhorse that carries
you're
everything.
you're literally like a workhorse. So you can get in that gym and start loading the weights on. You're like, yeah, what's this? I'm used to it. But anyway, so how are you, Jade? What's been going on?
Listen, right now I am work and someone in my family is ill. If I'm not talking about those two things, then who is this woman? Get me to that place. That's all I can say. I'm okay. Work is work, full-time, part-time, full-time, whatever you want to call it. The illnesses, I get what you were saying last September when Ethan started school. Don't get me wrong. Well, I think Ethan was probably more poorly than Daphne has been. I think second child, she's definitely got a stronger immune system. Doesn't mean we're not picking up bugs. Let me run you through our first 4 weeks. Hand, foot and mouth, conjunctivitis, chest infection, sickness bug. I've took her to a nursery today and they said, we've got a sickness bug going around.
No, that's the one thing you don't want to hear.
So today my choice was take her back home and don't work, or sickness bug tomorrow.
Oh, pray to God.
Yeah, anyway.
It's so hard, isn't it? I've got a sore throat more than I've not got a sore throat.
You know what we were saying last night? Yes, I feel the same. I can't keep waking up, even myself, feeling shit. Just, not shit enough that I go, do you know what? I need to stay in bed. I'm not that ill, but I'm waking up in the mornings not feeling great. And I am so sick of that feeling every day. And I think we are on a very vicious cycle where one person's poorly, passing it to someone else, and it just keeps going. And we're just on a merry-go-round. That's what it feels like.
It's true. I cannot wait for spring. It's on the horizon.
Yes.
What have we got, like 6 weeks maybe?
It's getting lighter.
It's getting lighter.
Slightly.
It is getting lighter and it's easier to wake up already, but it's just winter is like a bottomless pit as well of like spending money to keep your kids entertained because you can't get outside and just go for a frigging long, nice walk. Like soft plays, play dates at different places, like you just can't get out of the house and it's just so difficult. It's like a money pit winter.
It is. And I think this weekend, I obviously messaged you, it was just difficult this weekend. I think I'm now back at work. You're looking forward to the weekend. And then if you're not poorly, someone else is. And it just feels like I can't catch my breath to catch a break.
I know.
But, like you say, spring is coming. Things are going to get easier. Things are going to get better. That's all I'm thinking about.
I just want to bloody ventilate the frigging house. I'm fed up of this washing hanging around my bloody house. I want to put it on the line. I want to open all the windows. I want to just frigging get some air. I want to get some air in the house, which obviously that is one of the reasons why we're all so poorly all the time. And
it is. And if you go to a soft play, you are guaranteed to come home with an illness.
I think school is worse. I think school is worse. But I do feel more positive going into February though.
Yeah.
I feel like we got through the worst month, let's say, January. We all spent way too much at Christmas. Well, I'm speaking for everyone. But like, there's a lot of pressure on Christmas and you really feel it in January. So then you're kind of like making up for time in February, March, and then honestly, get us to bloody April, get us to Easter, and it will be a whole different story. So now's the time to just knuckle down in whatever you've got to do. You just got to get it done.
Spring is springing once you get to kind of Easter.
It's true.
It's not that
Right.
long
I need
ago.
to ask you about this because I only saw it yesterday. I
Talk
saw
to me.
something Cotswolds, Kim Kardashian, and Lewis Hamilton. Apparently, they are now an item. What are we thinking about this?
I love Kim K. I love Kim K. Love the Kardashians. I also love Formula One. Now, I'm going to be really controversial.
Go on.
Hate Lewis Hamilton. Hate him.
Oh, no.
I do not want it to be real. But my first thought was...
Where's this hate come from?
He's just annoying.
Because he's a dirty
don't
dog?
like him.
Because he cheated on Nicole Scherzinger?
No, I just find him a bit bizarre. Why? He is probably one of the most eligible bachelors. Why
True.
hasn't he settled down? Why hasn't he got kids?
Because he's a dirty dog.
I just don't like him. I think, and don't get me wrong, I know he is a good sports star, but
Yeah,
he
is.
has also driven the best car for the last 10 years. So all of a sudden, he's now moved teams, and where is he? Anyway, that's getting into F1 debate.
Yeah, that's getting into that. I don't really know about that.
Do you know what? I'm all about people expressing themselves, okay? I love what's his name? T Swift's other half. Dresses fantastically. Don't know if you've noticed.
I don't like him.
I like him. Lewis Hamilton, on the other hand, he just offends me. He offends my eyes with his outfits. The fact he used to have his dog dressing the same, that got on my nerves. I don't know, sometimes, to be honest, I have no real reason to hate him.
It's a strong word.
It's very strong.
It's
I'm an
really
all or nothing kind of gal. What do you think?
I think it will be an interesting one to see play out and what that looks like, because on paper, they would look very good together. Whether it would last, I don't know. She's a whole different kettle of fish, isn't she?
I love her.
That's what I mean. She's a strong woman, and maybe she's got what it takes to, maybe get him where he needs to be as a man. Maybe, no.
Where on the other hand, Kylie and Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah, I like them.
I'm like, I love him. It's cute.
Yeah, I like them too.
But like when Kim was with Pete, questionable choice, but I was quite there for that.
Pete, I think he's one of those guys. Yeah, you could tell from a mile off. Definitely. There is no other reason.
And you know that he's laughing you into bed.
Yes, he's definitely one of those. You just see it, don't you, from a frigging mile off when somebody's with somebody that is really good in bed, and you're just like, okie dokie then. It's like all other, what's the thing, like things that you need out of a man just go out the window. She's like, nah, he's good in bed. He's shit to me, he's good in bed.
He can make me laugh and he's good in bed.
Yeah, yeah.
Marry me.
Just,
it's true. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm interested to see where it goes. I still don't know if I believe it, but, no smoke without fire.
It might be a PR stunt for Skims and F1 or Ferrari or something, because everybody was saying, I bet she's going to bring out a Ferrari red Skims now, so they've just chucked them in the Cotswolds for 5 minutes.
Did you see that she's just done a collab with someone?
Yes, I did. It was in Selfridges, Nike.
So, yeah, we'll see. Skims, I'd love to try Skims. Have you got any?
Yes, I have. I've got the body, but apparently, like, everyone raves about the knickers, but they've got really bad carcinogens in and they're made in a really crap factory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently, like, I follow this girl who has a, like, organic sports lounge brand, and she does underwear as well, and she basically calls out all the really overpriced big brands that charge loads, but actually it's not made from any quality whatsoever. And I was listening to her about Skims, and there's some really bad chemicals in some of the materials, so I like the look of it, but I'm not spending that amount of money on something that also isn't good quality. Just can't be
Yeah.
arsed with it.
Yeah, I
I bought
agree.
one of the sculpting bodies after I had Nyla because I was obviously feeling a bit insecure and thought it might pull me in, but it didn't really. It wasn't that great. So no, I haven't. I know people do rave about them, and I don't know if all of their products are not very good quality, but I know I wouldn't buy the knickers
Yeah, yeah,
because I
I
don't want
agree.
that near my Falula.
Rather just my Primarks, but you know.
Yeah, that's the thing though. You might as well go and pay £2.50 for a pack of 5 and have the same
Yeah.
quality material. Like, why would you, unless it's going to be good for you? What I was going to say to you also, everybody is talking about the Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett recent podcast.
Yikes.
It's a very, very long podcast. There's obviously parts in there that when you do a podcast, not that we do, that they want that kind of clickbait. They're going to get into the TikTok sphere of whatever if they have a little bit of controversial chit chat. So if we take a little bit of that on board, take on board the fact that they were talking for over 2 hours and they probably got a bit carried away with themselves. We're not going to go into any of the main, like anything else. We're just going to literally pull out the bit where he was talking about lower birth rates. Have you got it, Jade, or what should we do? Shall I pull it up?
You just said that a huge amount of men between the age of 15 and 50 will not pass on their genes. They will effectively die out of the gene mating pool. So people will hear that and many people will go, well, that's evolution.
Yeah.
But I want to understand if there's a counterpoint to that. Should society intervene? Why is, in the short term, we're going to have a lot of men who are disillusioned, that become incels, find themselves in pockets of the internet, are resentful, all those kinds of things. But should society intervene to course correct that? Should we put systems in place to make sure that those men meet partners?
I'm
talking about putting structures in place. I think, are they forgetting that they're talking about women, that, us as a whole? Are we just baby makers?
What I really hope is that, because Stephen Bartlett has just got engaged, I
know
that his fiance, his soon-to-be wife, his soon-to-be baby mama, is pulling him in line at home. Because in a world of Andrew Tate and all of this adolescence,
So true.
We're all coming out the back of it. I think on a platform that he has 10 million downloads a month or something ridiculous,
how would that even come out of their mouth though? Like, how would it even come out of their mouth if there isn't like underlining, like chauvinist, like male frigging? I feel like that's an undertone for just disrespecting women. And it's like, is that how you think of us as a whole? Are we just
I know a lot of
makers?
people are also talking about how it relates to The Handmaid's Tale. No, I haven't watched The Handmaid's Tale. It's too scary for me.
No, I have not watched
But
it.
effectively, it's like making women have babies because they want to reproduce.
Like, do they want us to be in a frigging cult or something where we just have loads of babies, just baby makers? Like, what is he trying to say? What are they trying to say? Intervene?
I kind of wish that, knowing what this has caused, Stephen Bartlett would come out with a statement like, that was taken out of context. That's not what we meant. That's definitely not how I think or feel.
They kept reaffirming it though. They didn't just say it once. They kind of like said it like 3 times, saying about, listen to it again.
They will not pass on their genes. They will effectively die out of the gene mating pool. So people will hear that and many people will go, well, that's evolution.
Yeah.
But I want to understand if there's a counterpoint to that. Should society intervene? Why is, in the short term, we're going to have a lot of men who are disillusioned, that become incels, find themselves in pockets of the internet, are resentful, all those kinds of things. But should society...
Resentful? What, to women?
What I don't understand is if he's in a loving relationship, why does his faults even go there?
That's what I mean. Where's the underlining? Where has this come from?
And I think there's always a counter argument, okay? And I get that he might say, I'm coming from the other perspective, or I'm asking provoking questions, or there is that. And then there's like ideologies that his thought process goes somewhere where it really shouldn't have.
Yeah, it's really, really scary because essentially a man could listen to that and then put pressure on their partner that shouldn't be there, or
and
even put it in there. I don't know, man.
They also go on to talk about, supposedly there's a woman on TikTok that done a trend which actually got a lot of likes.
I followed her.
And she talks about like why she doesn't have children. Now, some of them are quite funny. They're like, because I want to sleep, and it's just a tongue in cheek. And he's blaming people like her
putting
and
women
her
off.
child-free choices for, yes, putting women off of wanting to have families and have kids.
I just think that is placing the blame on women for men letting women down. Like, how about men, rise themselves up and be who we need them to be? Because right now, there aren't many men out there that want to provide for their woman in all respects. I'm not talking about financially. Do you know what I mean? It's like maybe the decline is there for multiple reasons. Obviously, it's expensive. Number one.
Yes.
It's expensive to have a child. They've obviously not spoken about the economy and the pressure that is now on women generally, let alone
to be
our
the
choices.
default parent to work. Like, I would wait until Stephen Bartlett has a child and he understands childcare costs.
I don't know. Well, he won't, will he? Because he's got money, so it will just be like a little sprinkle of salt. He won't even notice it. What I worry about is the fact that they've not even considered the position of a woman in this day and age at all, and thought about all of the reasons why and what that intervention, societal intervention that he's saying would even look like. What does that even mean?
Also, I think, right, we need to address what was actually...
Who are these men going to expect to look after them babies? They're not fucking going to do it, are they?
They definitely are not.
So what, they want us to push them all out and look after them, but they what? Oh, God, get over it.
This is to Stephen Bartlett, to his team. This part of the conversation should have been cut out. Because at the end of the day, it is two childless men talking about women's reproductive system. Like, not only is it tone deaf, it's insensitive. If they want to have that healthy debate, there should have been another man that's a dad, a woman, and maybe a child-free woman that doesn't want children.
Mate, this is the thing,
this is the thing,
Jade.
Debate.
It shouldn't have even gone there. That shouldn't have come out of their mouth. That isn't even a conversation.
And I think as well, Stephen Bartlett, he's not me and you editing our own podcast. He's got a team.
Yeah,
the team
and nobody said anything.
Checking. Yeah, like, this might just be a little bit too much. Let's take that out.
Yeah, they've done it on purpose, but to ruffle some
feathers. And I think that is actually the most worrying part. So he is a global platform. 10 million listens, views, downloads, whatever, a month. That's a lot of people. And, the ideology that they're actually about, they're women's
pushing,
choice
that's
and it's
pushing
because of women.
That is pushing
It's cult-like.
That exactly.
And I think he should be cancelled over this.
Literally. It's not even a conversation. This is the scary part. These people that talk like this shouldn't even have the platform to open their mouth. End of. It's too far and it takes the absolute piss.
You know that there's actually conspiracies about how Stephen Bartlett actually came into money.
Yeah, I've heard these as well. I can't remember them, but I've heard them.
I love a conspiracy. Maybe that's what we need to take away from this. Let's go into our investigation and we'll come back next week on the pod.
Well, let's see if they've said anything. Let's see if they've come back with anything. But you can't come back from that. You can't come back from it. You've said it now.
You can't, but I think you can address it, and he should address it. And it's been too long now. Like, he's just left it. But there should have been even if you stand by, I'm just there poking the bear, I'm getting the other side of it. Like, I'm up for healthy debates. I'm up for strong opinions. I like all of that. Doesn't mean I have to agree with everyone, but I think
this is different
stands
though.
By
this is different.
What you're doing.
I don't even think this is like a conversation. Move on.
I think let's move on from this negativity, I think.
So next with you, Jade, obviously I've seen some really nice meal prepping, which I'm jealous about. Some nice baby-led weaning. We've got Pancake Day coming up, Shrove Tuesday.
Yes.
Tell us what you've been doing. Give us some tips. Tell me what I can make that's going to last in the fridge.
Do you know what? For me, Daphne has an insatiable appetite. Insatiable. And I know people talk about their kids. I always thought Margot was a good eater, but Daphne eats. So I am meal prepping things that I can feed Daphne quickly. And so I've been doing filling. So I've been meal prepping, obviously snacks, like we all know snacks are easy because you can hand them. But my kids are just as happy with cucumber as they are with a snack. So for me, it's more about having lunches and dinners. When she comes home from nursery, she's having a tea at 4 p.m. She's coming home at 5:30 and she's crying for dinner.
Oh.
Now that tea at 4 p.m. or 4:30, whenever it is, most kids are going home, having a bath and going to bed. She's desperate for a whole thing of dinner. So I'm doing like pasta bakes. I'm doing my sauces through veg so that they can keep in the fridge. The nutrition is coming because I'm not using a jar. Nothing wrong with a jar, but I'd just rather have it prepped. Or like an orzo, use different types of pastas. I also love like a veggie orzo that I can freeze in portions in the fridge.
Nice.
So then at lunchtime when she's here with me, I could just quickly heat it up and maybe stir through a little bit of cream cheese or something to make it, because it can go a little bit dry.
I need to do some of them.
Then I know that she's having a decent lunch at home. She can snack them throughout the afternoon if she needs to. And when she comes in from nursery, I've got a dinner I can give her, because bringing her home from nursery and her screaming at my feet sends like my...
I know, it's a nightmare. When they're hungry at like 1.5, it's like the world knows about it. That's for
It's
sure.
all or nothing. It's...
Yeah.
My throat's been cut, feed me now.
Yeah. Nyla gets like that. If she napped in the car yesterday and I knew I'd probably got 10 minutes before she was going to wake up, and I was like, I had to rush in the house and like make her dinner, make her lunch, because I didn't want any space of time between her waking up and not having, her food there. But Nyla's not really the same. She'll have like a big lunch, but she's more of like a snacker. And when I try and give her something a bit late, she's not really that up for it. But it's really difficult because they're teething and you don't know what's going on with them. She's poorly, she's got a chest, she's got a nose. It's like, you know what I mean? There's all these things that like try and put barriers up for them to like have a good appetite, which is really sad.
And for me, my meal prepping is about making my life easier.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
I really like to have stuffed meal preps like a pasta, so I can have it in the fridge. And then, so she does Mondays, Tuesdays at nursery. Wednesday, she'll be at home. If she doesn't have it Wednesday, I can put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal because both of my kids will always eat pasta. They'll always be eaten. So that's kind of where I'm trying to get into a better rhythm. Tonight we are having, this is a good meal prep.
Go on.
I've done a shepherd's pie. Now the shepherd's pie takes a long time.
Yeah.
So last time I cooked a big batch of the mince mixture. I put it into a dish and froze it.
Yeah. Ooh.
But put like cling film in the dish first, then you can take it out. So now it's in the freezer, it's just in like the mince layer.
Wow.
Tonight I'm going to take that out. I've bought pre-made mash because I haven't got time to be making
That's
mash.
really
and then I've
interesting.
got a shepherd's pie ready to go.
Wow.
All home, well, not all homemade, but the bottom is.
Yeah, that's a really
Things
good
like
idea.
that, I'm trying to just get a little bit better at, get ahead of the game. I don't want to keep eating crap when we're all feeling like shit.
Yeah, it's true. You got to be so on it. It's so true. No, I need to do more
So
of that.
what about pancake day? You guys...
I'm going to try and make some nice little heart pancakes. I've got some like red dye to...
Have
I'm going to
you?
use a little squirty thing and then put them on
Oh,
mix in the
no.
middle. Yeah, I'm prepping a little bit in my mind.
Mm.
I do like trying to do little bits and bobs for like Pancake Day and Valentine's Day for the kids. I think it's a nice excuse to show them some affection, isn't it, in a different type of way. I think they make Valentine's cards at school, I think.
Oh, lovely.
Which is really cute, which I didn't know if they would do that, but they do. So no, I think it'll be cute. My mum used to always do little bits and bobs for me for Valentine's, so I'll start doing that for them. But no, I love it. I love all the clothes with the hearts on. I wish they would just be in like a little section all year round.
I do get that. They are really lovely, the clothes, but it's too much.
The little girl stuff,
We can't
though.
have... Yeah, but it's lovely, but all year. Like, I hate this kind of mindset that we've got into, that they have an outfit for Christmas, so Christmas themes. Like, my Christmas pajamas get worn all year.
Yeah,
We then
mine,
get
yeah.
to Valentine's, and you're right, there are some gorgeous little pieces, especially in the supermarkets, but it's like this fast fashion, and then it'll be Easter. There'll be Easter, different
I know,
types
but when
of...
they're little, they're only little for a certain amount of time, and it's like, if it's your firstborn, I kind of skipped a lot of that with Ethan, and then I look back and I'm like, it's quite sad because now he's bigger, he's not gonna do that. But with Nyla, I know she's my last, and I think to myself that, I've only got a couple of years really where I could, but then that's girl life, isn't it? I've not had that with a boy, so maybe I'll continue to have that with a girl.
It
Where
is nice, but I think you don't look back at a picture and go, if say like there's 2 pajamas, one's a traditional, one's got hearts. You look at them both with affection that they're your child from years ago,
Yeah.
rather than, oh, look,
I
and they
do
was
love it
dressed
when
up
the
for
Valentine
Valentine's.
stuff comes round though. I do love it. I love
It
the
is
little
lovely.
hearts.
I don't think people need the pressure to buy a set outfit for
No,
Valentine's.
it's so difficult. I literally go in and I'm like, I try so hard not to buy anything, and it's one of those, like, don't you? I'm like, I'm going in for this certain thing, and I see these things. And
Yeah.
I am really, really good. So if something like really tips me over, I know I love it because I'm not really
I've
into
got to
it.
say, I'm loving the supermarket clothes at the moment.
Me too, George.
I think I'm not a George, I'm a two.
Yes,
Sainsbury's.
yeah. My Sainsbury's
think
is really
they-
small though, so when I go to a big Sainsbury's, I love it. I know we were talking about it, wasn't it?
But then even the kids, I got Daphne a load of just very plain like leggings and top sets from there. You know, they
Yeah,
just wash well. They
they
don't cost
do.
a lot.
So, what else should we talk about?
I'm having a bit of a dilemma. Not a dilemma. I've reached a stage, a difficult one. Margot's lying. Mhm.
No.
Yes. Now, because she is a very good child. She's a very compassionate, pathetic, but fuck me, she keeps the straightest face to the point where last week she said that Daphne emptied all the drawers. Now they share a room. Took her word for it because why would I not? Later on that day, I asked her to tidy the toys up and she told me to my face, well, Daphne done it. I said, well, no, I see you getting them out. Then proceeded to say, no, it was Daphne. And I was like, this is lying. This is lying. She got told off for lying the day before. I thought she understood. And I thought, hang on a sec.
You
Let
got a
me look
wild
back at the
child on your
camera.
hands. She's going to be sneaking out of her bedroom as a teenager. Do you know
No,
that?
it gets even worse. So I said, right, we are now going to look at the camera. Who got the clothes out this morning? Daphne. I said, I am going to watch this camera and we are going to see. And then she started laughing as she walks up to the chest of drawers and starts taking clothes out. Now, I actually don't know what to do here because
Whoa.
obviously at that point she got put in timeout and she got told off for lying. But we're at like this strange crossroads of, do you understand that you're lying and it's a bad thing? Or do you just not quite yet understand the severity of it?
You need to get the boy who cried wolf, maybe.
Have you dealt with lying?
No.
How do you deal with it?
No, Ethan doesn't lie. He doesn't lie. I've never no. I don't know what I'd do.
No, I know. I'm actually perplexed by it all because it's I actually don't know what to do.
But what's the consequences that she's worried about?
Well, exactly. So we're
That's what I
giving it as long as you tell the truth, you will not get in trouble.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
So where has this come from?
So what are you scared of? No, I didn't do it. No. Then you're getting the phone out because, even last night we said, did you wash yourself? And no, I've already washed myself. And then we're like, is she lying? I don't know. I don't
scary.
know. But, this is where it also shows, in a relationship, how a relationship can break down because she's lied to us now a couple of times. Now, I just took everything she said because, like you say, no, she hasn't lied to me. Where now I feel like everything I'm questioning.
Wow.
Is she lying?
She's going to be nicking your car keys when she's 17 and going out.
Do you know what? I was actually a terrible liar as a child. So my mum just thinks it's payback. My mum thinks it's hilarious and it's payback. I don't know. She seems young. I feel like I need to turn to old Google for this
before
one.
you ask her a question, maybe you need to say to her, Mummy knows the truth, what you're about to say. So if you don't tell me the truth, I'm going to know because Mummy and Daddy know everything.
Yeah, but Lizzie, honestly...
She looks at you.
Her face is like deadpan. It's so convincing. And then what else was it? There was another thing and it was on camera. So this is how it all started. Daphne, obviously, was being a pickle. Gets brought back in at bedtime. They're going to bed kind of at the same time. Margot's got a little lamp. Daphne gets brought back into the living room. As we go in to sort Margot out, the lamp's on. So then it was like, why did you stand that light on? It wasn't me, it was Daphne. Now, Daphne's been carried out of that bedroom and she's nowhere near the lamp in her cot. So that's where the conversation about lying started. And it was like, you know, just tell us if you turned it on, you're not going to be in trouble. No, it was Daphne. We're going to look back at the camera and we're going to see. And then you see her in her bed move and she started laughing.
She
like
laughed.
Giggling. Yes.
She thought it's funny. She just thinks it's a big old joke.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm just reinforcing what's a lie, how we always tell the truth and how you don't get in trouble. And aside from that, I don't know what to do. So if anyone has any advice, please, 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 please help a mother out.
Wow.
Anyway.
You've got a sassy little girl on your hands. That's what you've got.
Sass pants, mate.
Anyway, it's been lovely chatting to you, Jade. I think this might be a bit of a short one today. But I've enjoyed putting the worlds to right, as usual.
We have.
As usual.
Yes, it's good to have these conversations as well. Even, you know, it doesn't always need to be positive air and light. You know, there is shit going on in the world.
It's true. It's true. And we've both got a sore throat. I shall speak to you next week. I hope everyone's okay and have a good week and weekend.
Lovely. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.